going on, Bulldog Nation? Welcome back to another video, man. As you guys can see, we're not in the crib, we outside. You know what I'm saying? Today, guys, we're gonna be reacting to some creepy and scary TikToks that would change your whole reality and keep you up at night. You feel me? Along with a little Backwoods, you know what I'm saying? So stay tuned for the whole video. Comment, like, subscribe. Let's get straight into the video. Let's go.
These are videos humans were never meant to see. Okay, so we all know how Malaysia Flight 370 completely disappeared without a trace. Well, the video I'm about to show you shows what people are saying is Flight 370 disappearing through a portal with 3 orbs rotating around it. Do you think this video is real or fake? Either way, it's extremely interesting and it's completely going viral. Here it is.
Late one night, as a woman curiously checked her baby monitor, she caught a glimpse of something downright bone-chilling. As the baby peacefully slept, a terrifying face appeared from the darkness. Its glowing eyes stared at the baby as it lingered next to the crib. The woman soon ran into the baby's room, but no one was there.
Creepy videos caught on camera.
In 1991, a 12-year-old boy named Jared Negretti went hiking on a camping trip with his Boy Scout troop that consisted of 14 other boys. They were hiking towards the summit of Mount San Gorgonio in the San Bernardino National Forest in Southern California. Jared was on the shorter and heavier side. Around 6 p.m., 1,000 feet away from the summit, another group of hikers spotted Jared straggling behind and notified the scoutmaster at the summit. They said he was seen shortcutting the switchbacks on his way down the trail and was told not to and to stay on the trail by the other hikers. The scoutmaster, who was an experienced hiker, said he would pick up Jared on the way down. When he finally was able to descend the mountain to pick up Jared, he was nowhere to be seen. As soon as the scoutmaster realized that Jared had disappeared, he took the other scouts in his troop back to base camp and then hiked about 5 miles in the dark to get help. Sheriff's deputies, along with search and rescue teams, began searching a 130 square mile area of the San Gorgonio wilderness, a very rocky, tree-lined terrain. Within 3 days, their search was focused on a 6 square mile area where a footprint believed to match one of Jared's high-top tennis shoes was found. Searchers also discovered beef jerky and candy wrappers believed to have been dropped by Jared, and perhaps most importantly, his camera was found. On the film roll were 12 pictures. Most were landscapes taken by the boy when he was still with the troop, but the last one shows a self-portrait in which it seems he pointed the camera at his face, aided with the flash of the camera. It's possible he lost the camera when he slid down a portion of the mountainside. At least 70 officers, including some airlifted by helicopter and some on horseback, were deployed. Some of the helicopters were even equipped with infrared scanning. Over the next 2 weeks, as many as 3,000 people had logged 45,000 hours searching 50 square miles of the San Bernardino National Forest. So the question is, did he fall off the trail and slip down the mountainslide? While it's possible, it seems unlikely that his body wouldn't have been found in the immediate area around the switchbacks he was cutting down. Some people think he may have been the victim of a bear attack, but this seems unlikely as well, as there were no signs of blood, drag marks, or other evidence linked to any animal attack. Some believe he was abducted by a predator, given the mountain is well used by hikers. To this day, 3 decades later, Jared's remains have never been found.
Ever heard of a monkey paw? The original story of the monkey paw was pretty much this father and a son. They were playing chess one day, right? And they're waiting for his friend to come over, and his friend, he's a general. The general comes over and he talks to the father about what he's seen, and he talks to him about this trinket that he brought with him, which is the monkey paw. This monkey paw, it came from an Indian witch doctor. So pretty much what happened before the general got his hands on the monkey paw, he knew another, I think a sergeant. He's the one that got it from the witch doctor. And the last thing that the sergeant wished for with the monkey paw was death itself. He wished for death. If you think about it, whatever he wished for, it made him kill himself after. So he said, you can wish for something, but if you wish for something, something else might happen that you didn't see coming. The father takes the monkey paw now, and he looks at it, and he asks around the room man, what should I ask for? And then the son goes, yo, ask for money. He goes, I wish for 200,000 pounds.
This man claimed to be able to summon ghosts for pictures. This dude is named William Mumler. In the late 1800s, he claimed that he was able to use his abilities as a medium to summon the dead for photographs. People who had lost loved ones would come to him and ask for their picture to be taken to see if the spirit of their family member was with them. Surprisingly, he was able to provide everyone with an image. Some people would see their loved one behind them, holding their shoulders. Some would see their child standing next to them. He claimed he could only take 2 to 3 photos a day because using his gift to summon the ghosts was very taxing and made him weak. Needless to say, Mr. Mumler became very popular. People were using his photographs as proof that there is a life after death. The world seemed to be changing. Even the famous Mary Todd Lincoln had her picture taken by the man. Things were going great for William until one day he took a picture of someone, and the ghost that showed up in the photograph was suspicious. The man who had paid for the photo recognized the ghost as someone who was still very much alive. This led to him figuring out that Mr. Mumler was a fraud and was using a double exposure technique in his photographs. William Mumler was outed, and his reputation...
The Piranha Attack of 1976. Imagine this. You're on a bus going home on a rainy night when suddenly the bus plowed straight into the river infested with piranhas. This is what happened on November 1976 when a bus traveling from Manaus, Brazil crashed into a tributary of the Amazon River, killing 39 people with only 4 survivors. According to reports, the accident was caused by slippery ground due to heavy rain, but some say that the driver fell asleep while driving, which led to the bus overturning into the river. When the bus was hauled out, they found the mutilated remains and bones of the victims. They attributed these attacks on the piranhas. According to one survivor, he and many of the passengers was sleeping, but a pothole woke him up. Moments later, the bus crashed into the river. As everyone panics and distressed, he managed to crawl out of one of the windows and swim to the shore. The rest was trapped inside the bus.
Staff at this bar avoid the wedding chapel in the back at all costs. They say something dark is lurking in there at all times.
These are videos humans were never meant to see. Okay, so the video you're about to see shows a skier going down a mountain when suddenly a bear starts chasing her. And I mean starts chasing her to kill her. And the entire time she doesn't see the bear or realize it's chasing her because she's listening to Work by Rihanna. She was seconds away from death. Here's the video.
When a hiker discovered strange stone idols covered in moss deep in the remote Oregon wilderness,
archaeologist Maya Sutton led an expedition team to learn more. Trekking deeper into the ancient forest, they uncovered the overgrown remnants of a tribal village filled with relics of the mysterious Kalapuya people. Hidden in a cavern below the ruins were pre-Columbian texts, etched with myths describing their contact with the stick people, elongated, hive-minded entities able to bend space itself. Convinced these supernatural beings still inhabited the shadowy forest, Maya assembled a small crew of experts to find them, chasing legends through the misty woods. While investigating a clearing containing a circle of towering totem poles emitting an unearthly hum, the entire group abruptly disappeared during a heavy rainstorm. Only their equipment was left behind, undisturbed. Some say they were taken by the stick people to a parallel world. Many now avoid the woods, fearing the entities still lurk between the trees, protecting their secret domain.
Here's why you should never sleep with your feet facing the door. When mourning someone's death, it's normal for the corpse to face the door. This allows it to find its way out. Otherwise, the corpse or soul may remain inside the house. Many urban legends claim that people who sleep with their feet turned towards the door are inviting death in. This can lead to more frequent nightmares, sleep paralysis, and so on. Many people have started to change the position of their bed and place it in front of the door. These people say that on the 5th or 6th day, they began to notice certain things. They started having sleep paralysis, nightmares, and even lucid dreams about the darkest things. They said they could feel someone sitting on the bed. Would you dare do that?
But I do want to talk about this case, right? It was about a YouTuber. His name was like Snake Bit McGee, some shit like that. Kenny Veach. He would hike mountains, go inside caves, and just explore the caves, right?
Yeah.
He was doing this in the Mojave Desert in Nevada. And what's over there?
Area 51?
Exactly, bro.
Isn't there like a lot of like cops and security?
So his previous video, right? He was talking about this cave shaped like an M. It was him by himself. He was going inside it, bro. He started feeling these weird vibrations in his like body. He has never been found ever again. His body hasn't been found. The only thing that was found,
no way,
was his phone outside of the cave and
and no more YouTube videos like posted by him ever?
He disappeared, bro. There was a whole case.
Let me see.
And I'm looking for a cave that I found, and I didn't have a sidearm when I was here before, and something about that cave just spooked me. Out of all the caves I've ever gone in, this one just made my body vibrate. The closer I got to it, the crazier my body felt, and I was like, all right, I'm not gonna go in there right now, but I'm coming back someday.
So after that, bro, people were obviously questioning where the did this guy go. Yeah. So there was a couple YouTubers who ended up finding the actual M-shaped cave, found a random like sign, like a up sign saying warning, if you go past this section, bro, you will be shot.
He's most likely dead, unfortunately.
There's more.
There's more?
When he was posting the whole video that he was gonna go back, there was this one weird comment, bro, that was like, yo, don't go back to that cave again, bro. You're never gonna be found. He asked, why is that? After that shit got deleted. Then his girlfriend came out stating
they had a fucking massive cobra in their house. I've lived in India for 5 years at this point, in and out, you know, periodically. And snakes are always getting into people's kitchens. One time we had a king cobra get into someone's kitchen, an 11-foot snake, like a monster, like a god of a snake. And this terrifying monster, we caught it with one of the local snake catchers, and we brought it out, and he goes, you know, I wonder why it was in the kitchen. Yeah. Looking for food, and they go, no, I'm gonna scare the bird.
If you have one of these 3 names, then I'm sorry for you. I truly wish you're not a bearer of these names. But if you know someone who is, do them a favor by sharing this warning with them. Intriguingly, it has been shown that these names draw in paranormal entities 10 times more than others, inclusive of benevolent and rather malevolent ones. In the 3rd spot, we have the gender-neutral name, Taylor, a magnet for spirit encounters. The penultimate name, frequently visited by otherworldly beings, is Sophia. At the apex, the name found to attract the most spiritual attention and hence clinching the top spot is not.
Long story short, my ex-girlfriend and I had a pretty explosive relationship and we didn't get along very often. We were on this weekend trip in the mountains just to go sightseeing and hiking because we thought it would be good for us. But shit hit the fan in the hotel room on the 2nd night, and basically I couldn't sleep in the same room as her. Instead of getting another hotel room for myself for like $150, I drove literally down the road to a motel and stopped there to stay for a fraction of the price. My logic was, if I left for the night and gave her time to cool off, maybe things would be better by morning. I got a room for, I'm not lying, $50 for the night. When I was walking towards my room, the room next door was wide open. As I passed, I looked inside, and it was lit up by the blue glow of the TV screen. though from the angle I was at, I could not see what was on the screen. I didn't see anyone inside, but then again, I didn't stop to look like a weirdo. I proceeded to my room. It was a modest, normal-looking motel room for the price. Just a queen-size bed with a typical tacky floral bed cover, a TV, and a sofa. I wasn't really tired, so I just laid with the TV on and played games on my phone for a while. There was some weird noise from what I thought was coming from the TV, so I turned it off, but the noise persisted. It wasn't the TV. So I got up and listened, and realized it was coming from the room next door. I couldn't tell if it was a fighting couple, if it was the TV from next door, or if it was the sound of someone dying. It was just incredibly muffled. At this point, I had nothing else to do but to try and go to sleep. But then there was a banging on the wall separating the two rooms. I got up and went closer to the wall, and it happened again. It was without a doubt someone on the other side pounding on it with their fist. Why were they doing this? I can't say I wasn't a little freaked out, but I had to just be a man and confront them. I went over next door. Surprisingly, the door to the room was still open and the TV was still on, but there was no sound. I knocked on the open door, asking if there was a problem or if someone needed help. There was no response. I could even see that the bathroom door was open and the light was off. I stepped into the room slowly, cautiously. When I cleared the wall, blocking the view of the sofa and the bed, and still saw nobody, I just stood there all confused like. I went closer to the TV to look at what exactly was on the screen. It was just a blank blue screen. But there was a sticky note on the screen. It had writing on it. I picked it off the screen. It said, "Check under the bed." I dropped the note and ran out of the room, slamming the door. I ran back to my room and made sure to double lock the door with the chain lock. I crawled into bed and texted my girlfriend telling her what just happened and that I was freaking out. She called me immediately and I started telling her over the phone. As I was mid-explaining it, there were more bangs on the motel room wall. She heard it clearly because I put it on speaker. I started freaking out, and she told me to run to my car or to the front desk. I chose to run to the front desk so I could get my money back. I told the guy at the front desk that he should go to the room next to mine and kick the person out, but he looked at me and laughed and said that there was no one staying on either side of that room. He seemed to know immediately that they were both vacant. I told him he needs to check it out and that I needed my money back. So he went with me with the key to the room in his hand and unlocked the door. But now the TV was off and the room was dark. He walked inside and checked under the bed as the note had said. Even the post-it note that I dropped on the floor was gone. He refused to refund me, but it was $50. I didn't care. I left and went back to the hotel to my girlfriend and was glad to hug her and sleep in the same bed as her. I don't know what I witnessed in that motel room. I don't know who or what was under that bed, and I don't want to know.
But I don't want you to find it out either, my guy. Yo, man, that is some scary shit, you know what I'm saying? If you guys did enjoy this video, do not forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, you feel me? Join the team, you feel me, guys? I'll see you guys in the next video. We out.